truth out there. June's lackluster UFO Pentagon report left us with more questions than answers. No shock there. The main one being, what the heck are these things? But an upcoming book by my next guest may bring these answers back down to earth. He says the details will be shocking for humanity. So where did these unidentified objects really come from? And will the world finally take this issue seriously? Here with me now, former Pentagon official and UFO expert, or UAP, Lue Elizondo. Lue, welcome back to the show.
It is always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
So, Lue, you've made the big tease. Now give me a shocking detail.
Well, what I plan on doing is providing a behind-the-scenes view of nearly the last decade that I was involved in the UAP program, or I guess in the vernacular UFO program. And I think hopefully when this book comes out, people are going to have a new appreciation for the seriousness of this topic. You just mentioned right there about a couple seconds ago that people are starting to finally take this seriously. There's a House bill that's coming up for signature, number 4350, and it's if your audience were to have a chance to read just 5 pages of within this bill, I think that alone is very shocking.
How so? What's in there that's shocking, Lue? You're dancing around the subject. No more tap dancing.
Sure.
Give us our medicine.
Sure. Let me give you some hard-hitting facts here. So in this bill, we all know that the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence and the Senate Armed Services Committee have been taking this topic very seriously. Of course, leading the charge has been Marco Rubio on that. But now we have the House getting into the game. And in this particular bill, not only does it disestablish the UAP task force and replace it with a more permanent body, but there's now also an annual requirement by the Secretary of Defense himself or herself directly to Congress on the topic of UAPs and what's happening. Furthermore, it forces the U.S. government to work with international partners and allies, something that we've never seen before. And it also requires us to now leverage our geospatial intelligence, our human intelligence, our signals intelligence, and our measurement intelligence organizations to finally bring to bear what's necessary to solve this great mystery. And then if that wasn't shocking enough, now you have Congress.
None of that's really shocking. You're basically just telling me about the contents of a couple of bills. I want to know from your mouth, what is shocking that will shake humanity to its core?
Absolutely. How about in 1 month alone that the United States Navy encountered over 36 instances in 1 month alone, and within 1 day over 7 incidents involving UAPs with some of its ships, and this information never got reported up.
Were there any physiological effects from these encounters?
Great question. Well, guess what? Congress is now asking that same question. Were there any physiological effects? In fact, now we have to report from the government's perspective if we have any crashed UAPs in our inventory, and furthermore, what biological effects have been encountered by our brave men and women in uniform.
And so they are. What are those effects?
Well, there's been some research in that. There were about 36 to 37 DIRDs. These are research documents put out by DIA about 10 years ago, and one of those topics were biological effects of individuals who may have encountered UAPs or UFOs. Now that's significant. And I think that data in itself, when looked at by trained medical professionals, in itself will be very revealing. Yes, there are indeed individuals who have experienced negative biological consequences as they are associated with UAPs.
Oh, see, now we're getting somewhere. Now we got to go, Lue. You should have led with that.